Wake up in the morning and I got my beats brewing. Beats brewing, need my beats brewing.
Hashtag Beats for Brewing.
Welcome back to Hashtag Beats for Brewing. I'm Lazy, and of course this is Shogun. And today we're sitting here with Benzo. How you doing today, man?
Doing good, man. How y'all doing, man? How everybody?
So how long you been making beats for, bro?
About 15 years messing with the beats, but mostly it started out DJing and stuff like that.
Yeah. How long did you DJ for?
Since I was a little kid.
Oh
I used to get spankings for DJing. Just on my grandmother's records, just scratching and joking around with my friends.
She's like, boy, you scratching up my records.
Yeah, you touching my records, period. You know?
For real.
Yeah.
So you're an artist as well?
Yeah, in a sense. Yeah, I could rap a little bit, but you know, that ain't my thing. I ain't really into that. My thing is just, you know.
Beat making's your passion?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
So you like to sample?
Yeah, I love sampling. I use the MPC. I like listening to any kind of music and, you know, just taking it from there, you know, like.
Yeah.
Real easy, you know what I mean?
Who are some of your favorite artists that you like to sample?
See, I don't have no favorite artist I like to sample.
No.
Because you can't keep using one artist. You know what I mean? It's like a one-time thing. You can't just be like, I'm going to just use Marvin Gaye every song you sampling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That get boring. You got to be creative with it. It's like, you know, I listen to whatever inspired me. You know what I mean? Mexican song. It could be some old song. It could be like one of those like 50 songs, you know? It could be a new song. It's just like you'll hear something, you're like, you heard that? And then you take that, you stretch it out, switch it up a little bit.
Flipping, use it in a way that they don't even expect it.
Yeah, like, or you might sometimes do like Puffy, you know what I mean? He was one of the best, you know? Puffy would grab an old song, take it, just put a new spin to it.
Oh.
Then right now you got the same old hit, but it's a new hit with different people, and the old people eat too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's like circulating music.
Yep. So how'd you get into beat making? Is this something you always wanted to do, or something you just came across one day like, this is cool?
I think it was something that, you know, it's kind of exciting me, it's interesting, you know what I mean? Like, I grew up listening to the 80s rap, 90s, you know, I caught the end of the 80s, and you know what I mean? My grandma, everybody used to listen to NWA, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And back then, you know what I mean, there was a lot of mixtapes on the East Coast, so you get to hear a lot of different stuff, you know what I mean? You hear it like, Dad, did you hear what you just did with that? Like, hold up, that's my grandmother's record. Like, when you live with grandma and they sampling that, you like, oh yeah, this,
It's
you know
hard.
what I mean?
It's like
And
you
when
could relate
grandma's
to it a
like,
little bit, though.
who that? Like, I know that song. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
kind of dope, you know what I mean?
It like brings the generations together, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dope.
It's like, you know what I mean? I like sharing the emotions, the times, the blues. I like the blues a lot sampling because it's like real dope. You can kind of speed it up or you can keep it at the same tempo with a lot of drums and it'll be like, wow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How long does it usually take to make you a beat?
It depends on
your
the
mood?
feeling.
Is there like any crucial steps that you take to making a beat?
Yeah. Nope. Probably be high. I probably get high, you know, have me a couple shots or something, and I can have a couple shots that can just be like, you know what I mean, instantly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll be going through something and you'll force yourself to, and you keep changing it and changing it, you know what I mean? And then sometimes I remake my own stuff. I go back and I flip through the files and I'm like, what was I thinking with this one? Erase this, take this out, add this, you know what I mean?
I can do this better now this time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Sometimes being not high early in the morning works best for me. Like, as soon as I get up, if I could just go at it and not go to work at night.
Fresh mind, fresh ear.
Yeah, it's like early in the morning, that cup of coffee right there, you know, you got that first blunt, you tapping on some pads, and you like,
You got the beats brewing.
yep, yep. Shout outs to Beats Brewing.
Hell yeah. So do you use any certain kind of programs or?
Yeah, I use the MPC mostly. Nowadays it's just the studio, you know, so I can stay a little mobile, you know. wherever I go. You know, I got my little Mac, I got my MPC, you know.
Yeah.
I got the premium YouTube so I can listen to anything, you know what I mean? I go on YouTube, you know, shout out to them, you know, they look out, you know what I mean? This is what I use, you know what I mean? The beat for benzo.
Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that, bro? You're the first one that's brought one of those in. Like all the beat makers.
I kind of had a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? I started out with just a Casio, you know what I mean? Just messing with that, and I had turntables, you know, so I have the Casio playing, and then in the background be scratching grandma records, you know, we all be in there having fun, like 10 of us rapping, no microphone or nothing, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I came up on a Phantom, and after I got that keyboard, I was like, damn, I need something else, so I got the Roland 8800. And you know, this was in like 2 weeks within starting, you know what I mean? I said, I'm gonna do this shit, you know what I mean? Fuck that, that shit fun. You know what I mean? I started staying in the house for hours, whack as ever, you know what I mean? Couldn't get it, calling dudes I know who rap, like, hey man, what am I supposed to do here? Hey, you know what I mean? Some dudes was trying to help me, some wasn't, so I just decided to go to school, you know what I mean? So I went to Los Angeles Film School.
Damn, that's what's up.
Yeah.
How long was the course for that?
About 2 years, you know what I mean? So I finished that, you know, I got associates, you know what I mean? That ain't helped me do shit. It just was like, it gave me a better platform and people to ask questions. But what I'm doing was kind of different, so I ain't get a lot of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They wasn't with the, you know what I mean? They was like, oh yeah, so you're gonna sample and how you gonna do that? They couldn't tell me how to do it, you know what I mean? Like, they could tell me how to use Pro Tools. They told me how to use Logic. That's what I use also. I like to use Logic when I record. I like to use Logic after I make a beat. I bounce it out, put it in Logic, tune it up, you know what I mean, edit it. You know, sometimes then I'll put it back in here just to add certain things. Like if I'm gonna add a sample, I ain't gonna add it in Logic because it's basically a drag and drop type of deal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I like to be a little more hands-on, you know, I like to use my little knobs.
Yeah.
I like to hit this button like I'm in the club, play it back, you know what I mean, hype myself up more.
I feel like you'd be a little more precise with it like that too than with like the mouse and shit.
Yeah, I use the mouse and shit too sometimes, but even then that's just to like edit it, you know what I mean? But when you record, I like to use these. Now I got a little Kai keyboard I usually have right here, but I've been trying not to use that. I'm trying to learn how to play these like chords and stuff on here, you know what I mean?
You just put like whatever sound you want on there, right? And it's like it's an instrument.
Yeah, you can drag and drop it, you know what I mean? You can take a WAV file, an MP3 file or whatever, you know, sample it from a record, you know, and just after you upload it into your system, you know, what you do from there is you put it in your DAW. This is what I use. I use the MPC. You know what I mean? They got the little program, and I kind of dial into the parts I like. You know what I mean? I disregard the parts I don't. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get one sample, and then you might be like, damn, I'm missing something. Then I start listening to more records while I'm smoking, just listening to a record, and I might catch something. Somebody might say something, do something in the background, or whatever it is, and I isolate that part, and I'll add that, you know what I mean? Until I got something good, then I'll probably play some chords over it or under it, you know what I mean? Try to match the melody they doing. If they playing horns, I'm trying to play a horn. That type of deal, you know?
Have you ever used more than one sample on one beat?
Yeah, all the time. Because the drums themselves be samples. I just have a large bank of drums that I just, you know, after a while, after sampling, it's like, you save everything, you know what I mean? Even if you don't use that song at the time, I still chop it up right then and there. That's one thing I do. So I guess I'm particular with that.
Yeah.
As soon as I got that sample in there, even if I don't like it no more, I'm still going to chop it up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to save it, and then, you know, later on, I might like it later on. Or a rapper might like it. You know what I mean? So you be like, man, this was whack. but I still save it. You know what I
Well,
mean?
it's the same.
Yeah.
So do you use your beats, or do you have homies that use your beats, or?
Yeah, I had people out here in Albuquerque that use my beats, my cousins, you know, my son, you know what I mean? I rapped on one of my
Your
beats
son
a
raps?
couple times, yeah.
How old is he?
He's about to be 21, he's 20 right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So he's out here, he's shining and shit, Esco crack, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
From Connecticut, Hartford, you know.
How long have y'all been down here in Albuquerque?
Well, I'm the only, he's in Connecticut.
He's up there?
I'm here, you know what I mean?
How long have you been down here?
Since 2007, April.
Oh shit. That's about like when I moved to Florida. I was a kid, and then I moved back here like a year ago.
Yeah.
So do you stick to any type of genres, or anything you hear you'll sample and put together, or is it usually just
Well,
on a
sample-
hip hop beat?
One thing I can say, I sample through anything. You know, in school, that's the one thing that got me past because I didn't know how to play the chord progressions. And dudes was like Beethoven in there with these keyboards and shit, and I'm in here with a sample. And they couldn't even tell. My teachers couldn't even tell unless I told them. They thought I was like playing it. They look at the files, but as long in Logic, all you gotta do is just bounce it over to a wave. You know what I mean? It's still in Logic, so my teachers thought that it was like me playing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope as fuck. So they never realized that it was fucking.
No, they realized after I told them. You know what I mean? Once I told them, it was out the bag, but they never told me I couldn't do that. So
Yeah.
I was
So that's
cool.
how good that you're doing it that they didn't even catch that.
No, because you got a lot of things in these programs. You can upload a sample and then you can try to tune it, and it'll tell you what it is, if it's a minor, a major, you know, what key it is. And when you sampling, that's good to know, you know what I mean? You know what key, you want to know what BPM it is, so that way when you add to it and stuff, you can be on key. You can't just be sampling stuff and then you be playing something different over here, and you want to kind of make it smooth, you know what I mean?
And it's gonna be like some shit's loud, some shit's not. And
Yeah.
some shit you won't even hear if it's not tuned right.
Yeah, like I tried making dubstep, man. That was, I think, the hardest thing I ever tried to make. And then Jen had me over here. We made a country beat. You know what I mean?
How
I
was
like to
that?
try myself.
Was that hard? Or was it dope?
No, it wasn't hard because I had somebody right there that knew what they wanted.
What
So
they
it was kind of, you know what I mean? But
Was that your first time making a country beat?
yeah, ever.
Ever.
Have you made
You
one
know,
since?
Yeah, a couple. I sampled a couple country songs a lot. You know what I
Well,
mean?
now like genres cross over a lot, and there's like country rap and country rock and rap
That's what
rock.
my boy Nard wanted to do her. They was gonna have they drinking their beer or something. You know what I mean? I don't care if we get out there or not, cause I listen to my own stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I got a loud system in my car and I'm driving around bumping my own stuff sometimes, you know, freestyling, just driving down the street. Cause sometimes I don't want to deal with nobody else. I just want to hear my problems, so I just rap them joints out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Shit, we make music too, and that's like 90% of what I listen to is just our own music. Like I hear them always saying that, like a rapper, they'll be like, "Who you listen to?" And they'll be like, "I only listen to myself." But I always thought they were bullshitting, bro, until like I started making music, and like you said, you just want to hear.
Because it's like your sharpening and your craft, you know what I mean? Because you can hear what you should have did, you know what I mean? And you can also build on that, like, you know what I mean? It's never too late to make that song better. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? I think I should just cut them drums out and just, you know?
Boom.
Do you ever
That's what it
send
is.
you ever send beats out to like big industry artists?
You know, I never tried to do nothing like that, you know what I mean? My homeboy brother, you know, he's an A&R stuff. He heard a lot of my stuff and things like that, but I never really tried to pursue it like that because, you know, I'm still living in the right now. I got kids and things like
I
that,
feel
so,
you.
you know. I did try to get me a manager, but he wanted me to pay him before we even made money, and I ain't understand that part. So I was like, I'm
bro,
gonna
you
just
gotta
go to
make me
work.
some money before I could pay you. Like,
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? He telling me I need to pay artists to get on my beats. I'm like, okay, well, you know, that sounds like something I'll do if I win the lotto or something. You know what I mean? I might do that. You know, but right now, you know, if I was a little younger, I probably would be doing it like that. You know?
bro, from some of the shit I was hearing earlier, you should try to send some out, bro, because my boy Gene in Florida, he sent one to like August Alsina, and he hopped on it, and now it has like 900,000 views on it right now or some shit. It's dropped like a month ago.
Get them royalty checks.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
So, do you ever prefer to lease, or do you prefer to give
I'd rather
exclusives?
just sell the beat, you know what I mean? I ain't on, especially, most of the time it's local people that's trying to get on too, so I'm more like, I sell a beat to somebody for whatever price we agree upon, you know what I mean? And then they just take it and do whatever they want to do. If they get rich, I ain't calling them. I ain't gonna be on TV like, I made that. I ain't gonna never do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If a month give me $5 for a beat and that was the deal and he blow up, that's what it is, you know what I mean?
That's what's up though. That's real.
Cause I know who made the beat and I'm like, yeah, that's my stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be jamming with whatever songs on there, like, yep, that's mine.
Yeah.
And anybody that's around me that know me probably gonna know it's mine too, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I've seen a lot of like artists. You know who Shoreline Mafia is? There's some new cats coming up from California, and they said they hopped on this beat from YouTube by this guy named Ron Ron, and so they just like downloaded the beat off YouTube and they're using it, and the song blew up, and they ended up contacting him, and then they made him part of their group, and now he's like their main producer. He makes all their beats and shit.
that's dope. Yeah, that's loyalty, man. Ain't a lot of that in the industries, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For real.
I ain't the fake it till I make it type of nothing, I ain't finna go out my way to try to be something I'm not. I'm just, a regular dude. I love music, you know what I mean? I love records the most. When you got a lot of records and you just feeling some type of way, my grandma used to, when she was feeling mad, sad, whatever, she'd throw some records on, you can tell how she feeling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If she got like some nice slow stuff on, and as a kid you be listening to it, you start liking certain songs. It's just like today, they play the same stuff, you end up liking it. But I fell in love with so many different genres because she didn't listen to the same music. She just used to shop at thrift stores, so she'd go to a thrift store and buy like 15 records.
Yeah.
And she'd play them, and if she didn't like it, she didn't throw it away. No, she still bought it, and you still better not touch it.
You still better not touch it.
That's just how I got a stack of records just from that. You know what I mean? My grandmother passed away, and that's what I have left from her. Her records that I got whoopings from. So I'll just throw a record on, man. I'll be sitting there, and I just be like, wow. And I can just imagine it with some drums behind it. All of us do it when we listen to music, be tapping along.
Yeah.
Half the time you ain't tapping to the beat, but to me that means you're making your own beat. You know
That
what I
probably
mean?
makes those beats mean more to you though, right? Knowing that those
All the
came for
records,
your
yeah,
grandmother.
because man, that's endless instruments.
Yep.
That's like, man, that's a lot of money. When you got a lot of records, dog, you got a lot of money, man. When you sell them, you probably don't get a lot of money, but what you can do with them is endless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could do a lot with some music.
They're coming back too, bro. If you go to Walmart, they have a whole record out now. They have like all the new albums coming out on records.
I read an article and they said they sold more than CDs last year in 2019.
I bet you none of them don't got no cussing.
Probably not.
Probably not from Walmart.
Not
now.
from Walmart.
I need to cuss it too. A lot of the old records was nasty and
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah. Definitely.
My dad used to play like Temptations and Shy Lights and Diana Ross and all kinds of old shit.
Oh yeah, I made something out of Diana Ross. Yeah, I like certain songs, but I don't like making it sound like the Chipmunks and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people do that and they is good at it. I like artists like the RZA, man. I like the way the
Bro,
RZA was.
you kind of remind me of him, bro.
The
Whenever you
RZA
showed me
was
that
like
Wu-Tang type beat.
the RZA was like deep, man, and yeah, man, it's the stuff he did back then and now, it's like wow, you know what I mean? And I like Havoc, you know what I mean? Them dudes to me is everything. Them two dudes, I don't think nobody was better than them when it come to making beats.
Hell yeah.
Because to them, they just took samples and they just did stuff like they made some grimy stuff, some party stuff, some intellectual stuff. It's like, you know, and they did it mostly from records, man.
I didn't even know too much about them. Like I always knew who they were. I listened to like Method Man and Redman and stuff growing up, and RZA and all of them. But I never like actually dug into like the old Wu-Tang stuff until the series came out, and I watched it and I was like, damn, that shit's dope. I went and listened to like all their old shit, and I was watching like their old interviews and documentaries and shit. And I think my favorite one was like Old Dirty Bastard. But they were definitely
like
dope. They were a little bit before my time though.
Yeah, that was my time growing up, you know, man. But that's what it was. Everybody was doing it, just like on the show, like how they was passing around music, dubbing it, you know. I buy the tape, you come over, you put it in the other one. We was recording over tapes. We ain't care, you know.
It was dope how they would be like, have the tapes popping in the neighborhoods and shit too. Like it's not like that no more. You can't go pass out your mixtape, they'll probably throw it away.
Yeah, like on the East Coast, it's a little different. People still doing this. I ain't gonna say it's super popular, but it's just it's different markets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like out here, people is mostly, you know, they hang in little isolated areas. In certain cities, everybody intermingles. You know what I mean? People got loud music in their car, blaring their own stuff or whatever. You know, and it's just like going to like a lowrider show. Everybody know everybody. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's how it is. I believe here too, but it's just like back then was raw, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just happening, you know what I mean? So it probably in certain places is played out, but
Yeah.
when it comes to making music, man, somebody told me a long time ago is the best way to make a hit is use a hit.
Makes sense.
Point blank period.
Makes
People
sense.
It's nostalgic, so they're like, oh, I remember that song. It makes them like it off rip. Like,
or at least listen to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I look at it like this. People be like, oh, well, ain't you scared of getting sued? I'm not scared of getting sued because if I'm getting sued, that means I made a lot of money.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you want to take all the money from that particular song, go ahead. I still made it.
Yeah.
And everybody know I did. And you can get paid from it. I'm not mad at you or nothing, you know. All I know is I'm still going to make something else. And now people be like, well, that's the same dude who made this song. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta use nobody's sample now. You know what I mean? That's how I always looked at it and believe. You know what I mean? This is a business. You know what I mean? And it's either you're gonna make it or you're not. You know what I mean?
In a way, it's paying homage too to the old music. Some
Unless
people
you're
might
trying
not know
to
about
Vanilla
that.
Ice him. You know what I mean? Vanilla Ice stole the beat and said he changed it and he didn't owe no money. I would have gave the dude all the money. Like, shh. Look at me now, I'm on TV still for this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, give credit where credit's due, man. That man made a nice song. You know what I mean? Like, if I ever meet somebody that I sample, you know, I'm big shout outs, man. Your song was dope, and I wish you can listen to mine. You know what I mean? And if he like it, he like it. If he don't, cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't mean no disrespect or nothing. I'm just trying to make music just like he was. You know what I mean? I believe every musician, every beat maker, we all, you know what I mean, whether we're good or not.
We all have that certain understanding, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like whenever I try to explain my music to someone else, like they might not get why I want to make music or like why I'm putting so much into it. But when you tell another artist or another producer or beat maker, then they kind of get that feeling on why you go so hard for your music.
Yeah.
Well, you want to show us some of your beats, bro? Let's get into it. Yo, what's good? We're back with Beats for Brewing, and we're gonna check out some of Benzo's beats. Let's get into it.
So this is what I wanted to show y'all first, because this is different. I don't do this every day. And they don't do this in my hood, though. Like, this is something out of my... There's samples in there, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I fuck with it. It's like not too much stuff.
Yeah,
Stuff like I fuck with this.
For real.
So when I create, a lot of the times what I do is I basically envision myself as a rapper. You know what I mean? do because I lost in class. So I had to, you know what I mean? I had to do that one. So, he said play my favorites. I got a real soulful beat. Let me see if I can find that one for you.
A lot of the beats that we hop on have samples on them too, like old singing songs and stuff.
Okay, I got another one that, I like when people hear my beats, I'll be wanting them to tell me if they can tell. Like, sometimes I'll be blunt with it. Like, the next beat I'm gonna play y'all, everybody seen this movie, everybody know this movie. This is like a very popular movie. You know what I mean? And so, it was very challenging, but I made it through and I figured out how to make it hip hop.
You spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man who doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man. You look terrible. I want you to eat. I want you to rest well, and a month from now, this Hollywood big shot's gonna give you what you want.
Too late. They start shooting in a week.
I'm gonna make him an offer, guarantee.
This is probably my favorite one you showed me so far.
So everybody knows, you know what movie that is.
Godfather? I've only seen it like one time, so I was like, is it Godfather?
This is another one of my favorite ones right here. One of my favorite artists of all time. This was made from a record on the MPC 2000.
Those ones that have all the same cover art, is that a beat tape? The ones that all have the same cover art, is that a beat tape?
Kinda. Sometimes I don't change it up, I just leave it. Yeah, so that was made with this. That's why I made this beat with it. So these are all different beats, so different phases of my life, you know what I mean? So it just plays something, I don't know what it's playing. I'll tell you why I made this on Fruity Loops. I could make a beat on almost anything.
Hell yeah, that's pretty dope.
As you can see, a sample.
Yeah, for real.
I remember when I was in like middle school, bro, everyone would be like freestyling at the lunch table, and I had my homie Sergio, he would make like beats with a pen and his fist, bro.
Yeah. So that's the same way I make beats, except I'm hitting rubber pads.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm like, when it comes to making beats, I'm versatile. I'm gonna show you a beat I made on the iPad when I was in. That's another famous song right here. Everybody should know this song. You know what I mean? Especially being from out here, it's a popular group on the iPad. No internet, nothing. Yeah, you gotta use the hats. You know what I mean? You gotta use something to get the tempo up on a lot of things.
Yeah.
I also make beats without samples, you know what I mean? So that was a sample. Just like Fruity Loops for a little while, it's like different phases you can fall in and out of. It's like relationships, you know what I mean? Like for me, it's just
This one, the
all
sample you
music.
said?
Just like the little yelling and shit.
Yeah.
These are just VSTs and you know what I mean? It's just all stuff you just, you know what I mean? Like for a little while, I was into the trap beats heavily, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what I mean? Just Fruity Loops had me going. You know? That's how you get back into it. Then I want something more hands-on, you know what I
I
mean?
downloaded Fruity Loops when I was like 15, bro, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
It's fun, man.
I've been wanting to get back into it. I've also been wanting to get into like shooting videos too. Let me hear that Wu-Tang one again. Or not the one that you said you Crouching Tiger one. This shit was fire as fuck.
Made from Crouching Tiger, one of my favorite movies ever.
I'm gonna have to check that shit out. We were just talking about how they don't make like kung fu movies no more. Yesterday actually.
Movies, yeah.
Yeah, I made this and then I got this crazy plug-in that had like Asian sounds. Yeah, so that's why I played through the whole song. But it's the same way they played it and it was like taking the test, just playing along with it until I found it. Then I had to figure out like a kind of like Asian style bass, so I went with that.
Hashtag Beats for Bruin, y'all.
Shout
Chopping it
out
up with benzo.
Bruin, man. Give the artist a little time to breathe, you know what I mean? Let him kill it. Then now he about to drop the mic, somebody else coming.
Yeah, I fuck with this one, bro.
But yeah.
I make a lot of stuff to where I can see like ciphers and stuff.
I like how all the shit you showed me is different too. It's like nothing sounds the same.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff is from different times in my life, you know what I mean? Like, I might be up today, tomorrow I'm down, but when you're making beats, your downs be the best, your ups don't be good. That's why when artists blow up, like, there's no more passion. But when you dealing with whatever, you know what I mean? It's like this. Another record. Make it yours in a sense, you know? You own that shit, you know what I mean? And just trying to find one more for the guys.
Have you seen that show Rhythm and Flow on Netflix?
Huh?
Have you seen Rhythm and Flow? Have you seen the episode when they make them use the samples? That shit was dope.
I like those kind of shows, I like that movie Beats. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, that shit's fire too.
Yeah.
Just to get shot.
one hitter quitters, Jim. One hitter quitters, man. Fuck that. We can do it. Get it. Ready? Tell me when you're ready.
Right, action.
Thanks for checking out hashtag Beats for Brewing. This is your boy Dat Dude Benzo. You can catch me on any platform at Dat Dude Benzo, anything, everything. Or you can email me directly at datdudebenzo@gmail.com or your boy Dat Dude Benzo at yahoo.com. It's your boy Dat Dude Benzo.
Wake up in the morning and I got my beats brewing. Beats brewing, need my beats brewing.
Hashtag Beats for Brewing.